Are you wanting to learn more about what exactly is in your crawl space? Whether you think there might be an issue, or you simply just want to learn more about what's in your crawl space, this video will teach you the basics about your crawl space. Hi, I'm Greg. I'm a project manager with AccuLevel. And as a homeowner, it's important for you to know as much as possible about your home. This includes knowing how to inspect your crawl space. And in this video, we will talk about the basics you need to know about your crawl space. The first part about inspecting your crawl space is how to get in. This can be different in different houses. Sometimes you go through the floor, the subfloor, there's a hole cut in that you go down through so that you can see under the house. Other places have an exterior entry that you have to remove a panel and then you can pull out to crawl into the crawl space. And other places, you might be down in the basement and you can actually visually see the crawl space from the basement, or there might be a trap door in there that you can get inside with. The foundation of the home goes all around the exterior walls, and sometimes there can also be a block foundation that goes down the middle underneath the main support wall in the house, going from one end all the way to the other. If there's not a main support wall built with cinder blocks through the center of the house, usually there's a wooden beam or a steel beam that holds up your group of floor joists. The floor joists are the identical pieces of lumber that are running perpendicular to your main beam, but all parallel to each other, running from one side of the house to the other. The floor joists are carrying the load between the exterior walls and the main beam. If you see a plastic sheet on the floor of your crawl space, that's called a vapor barrier. Sometimes there's encapsulation material that doesn't just sit on the floor, but it actually goes up the walls and up the columns. These are to keep any moisture from underneath from reaching that woodwork up above. It's important to know that if there's any moisture that's in your crawl space, it can start to deteriorate any pieces of the lumber. It can start to grow mold, it can split apart those wood fibers, and then that's where you start to have sagging floor issues. It's also important to know that if there's enough moisture on the floor and there's actually standing water, that the footing that is underneath your foundation and underneath your main beam, those can start to drop as well. So if you see any moisture underneath there, any standing water, once you pop that door open, you know that you have an issue that needs to be taken care of before other things start to deteriorate. Oftentimes there's fiberglass insulation that's pushed up between the floor joists, and the thought process behind that is to make sure that when it's really cold in the crawl space, that cold air doesn't go upstairs. But it shouldn't be very cold in your crawl space. Usually that's where all the HVAC is stored, all of the ductwork that's pushing all of that warm or cool air upstairs. You're going to really want to make sure that it's conditioned well, about 50 or 60 degrees. Otherwise, you're really putting a lot of stress on your HVAC system, and that can start to cause problems in the future as well. A really cold crawl space is a pretty big indicator of a moisture problem down there. Thanks for watching. I hope this video helped you learn the basics about crawl spaces. If you want to learn more, click the link below. Be sure to like and subscribe for more videos.